most silly things that you do when you're playing. Oh yeah, I was playing with Monty, and I was imitating her. Rawr, rawr. Now she's giving me a really funny look. Although maybe she's thinking it's time to get in shape. So anyway, get in shape. When it comes to news, we're going to bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. And this is the last one we are posting to MSN. So of course, come join us. Of course, at YouTube or at www.montypost.com. I know. Senate group may omit government health care option.
They're not. They actually did, but it's still not going to get passed because they this morning they said that the three Republicans working it, we're not going to be 58, 59, and 60.
What?
They said we're not going to be votes 58, 59, and 60, so the Democrats can pass their bill. Said they want, if there's not 70 votes, they won't sign on.
70 votes?
Yep.
There's not 70 Democrats.
I know, and the Republicans aren't going to sign on most of what they're planning.
And this is for the regular health care that they were talking about not even voting on, isn't it?
This is the one. Okay, they said the House is going to pass theirs one way or the other. Henry Waxman is going to just bring it to the floor and bypass his committee, and just got to pass it on a yay or nay vote, and yays have it. So
Sotomayor looks like she'll pass, although were there different hearings from what they had?
Well, the public seems to think there was a totally different hearing than what the Democratic members are all gushing about this morning. That she answered all the questions that were asked to her. She didn't try to hide anything, and that she shows that she's not prejudiced.
And the written documentation shows a totally different picture than what she...
Yeah, actually what she said is different than what they were talking about.
Islamic... Maybe they didn't go to the hearings.
They probably didn't read any of the material as Representative Conyers said. If we had to actually read those bills, we'd have to have a lawyer with us, and it would take us days.
Oh, guess what he doesn't do?
I know, but isn't that something?
Of course, he's supposedly talking about all of Congress,
they're passing bills that they don't even understand without a lawyer to explain it. So how is the public supposed to understand it?
There's something wrong with that.
That's right.
Yeah. Islamic militants in Nigeria expand attacks and 80 are dead.
Well, yeah, because they know that Obama is going to do nothing. So everybody's moving all over the world now.
Obama hopes Gates and policemen can work things out over beer.
Well, no, I mean, the guy, first of all, there's nothing for the policemen to work out. That's where Obama it's basically, he's going to bring a mediator in to try to solve the racial problems. There is no racial problem. But Obama needs to keep it going to keep the focus off of health care.
Non-military actions can deter Iran, Gates says.
That's got to be the biggest bunch of BS because they're going to, Hillary Clinton has already said that the Iranians are going to get the nuclear weaponry, which means Gates and Obama are on the opposite side of the issue where we can talk to them.
Key lawmakers restart health care talks.
Well, yeah, they did, but like we said, the Republicans do not want to be out on a limb and be cut off by Obama.
Officials, senators knew they got VIP mortgage deals.
Yeah, the testimony is that basically Dodd, that just finishes him off, and probably Conrad also.
Yeah, but a lot of businessmen, they hope they get VIP deals. Regular people hope they get VIP deals.
Basically, these are guys...
Except how big were these VIP deals?
Very big, and these were ones that were critical about the loan industry. They sat on those committees on oversight and basically have complained about everybody else, but it's different with them.
Oh, I see. No wonder. Yeah, which is why. What happened to the moral case for health care reform?
The problem is there's no reform in it. They were just adding more expense and cutting people's choices.
Didn't you tell me the other day that they can insure more people by just putting, what, $30 billion into it instead of...
They could insure all the people that are uninsured, and what the estimates are for $30 billion a year if they do it through a private insurance.
Instead of trying to overhaul the entire system.
Anybody understand 30 billion times 10 is 300 billion, not 1 trillion?
Oh, amazing.
I know.
Amazing. So, seems like somebody's
Well, yeah, so
Well,
you increase the taxes on everybody's health care insurance by maybe $10 a year, and they pay for all the uninsured with that tax.
that's an entirely different story.
Yeah,
4 big cities and no cops aid.
I know. They said that Obama's, we're going to keep policemen, firemen, and teachers on their jobs with the stimulus money. That 4 of our largest cities is getting no money for keeping the police on the streets.
Are you serious?
That's right. You know why?
Why?
They don't have any funds to match. The stimulus isn't
Oh.
a stimulus unless you have money to match what they're giving you.
That kind of sounds like the loan industry. Like you don't get the loan unless you don't need it.
That's right.
And my guess is LA is one of the 4 big cities.
That, no, New York.
New York City. I kind of figured that one.
They have to be able to keep the police on the job for several years after they've been hired. There's no money.
9/11 tape. People call Black Scholar uncooperative.
I know. I mean, he's basically okay. I know something of their problem. I mean, most of the people know they're recording all that's going on, so you actually have a tape that they're not releasing with the gentleman being combative that will be turned over to this Justice Department eventually if it goes to trial.
Cost of treating obesity soars.
No, there is no cost of treating obesity. There is absolutely, that is the biggest bunch of BS in the history of the world.
Why?
Mr. Obama will tell you, as a liberal Democrat, there are no fat people in this country. There is no obese people.
Does that sound like that school grading system which says pass or no?
No, it
Could do better?
It's just, could do better. But what it is there are people that are challenged, weight challenged. There are no obese people.
Oh,
So therefore
I
you
see.
can't be obese.
And there's no such word as fat.
That's right.
Obama opens policy talks with China.
Yeah. Yeah, and they immediately started making plans to dump Chinese-made automobiles on our market.
Oh, interesting.
There's trade going on, folks.
Yeah, Hawaii. Obama birth certificate is real.
Okay, I can guarantee you that if they have a real birth certificate, they'd present the real birth. I'll tell you, when we had to get a new birth certificate so we could go to Japan to go to Create Tech. I found out, according to my birth certificate, I was born on the wrong side of the hospital. I wasn't born in the state I thought I was born in. I was born across the border because the hospital set in 2 states.
In 2 states?
Yeah, but I'd always been told I was born in the other state, not the one that my birth certificate was in. And my birth certificate is definitely nothing that looks like Obama's, and they had one heck of a time trying to find mine.
Atlanta to be first city without big housing projects.
Don't have any money, and population is going away.
Oldest animal fossils found in lakes, not oceans.
Well, I sat there and read that one. I thought that was a good one. I was watching on television. Just because lakes are like this, oceans are like that. You don't look down there. I know, brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
That came from public television.
More earthquake faults discovered at the...
Yeah, well, in California, they discovered, why lately we've been filling these extra quakes in places where there's no quakes usually.
Yeah.
Because they've now discovered there are fault lines there also. But I think it's got to do more with the drilling and pulling the oil out of the ground and depleting the groundwater supplies more than earthquakes.
Bernanke's protest on too big to fail ring hollow.
Yeah, because he keeps telling people that, well, he's the one that helped create too big to fail.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that will come back and bite him. Verizon profit drops as consumers disconnect lines.
Well, yeah, this is what I don't understand on Wall Street because, I mean, it's an impossibility. I see.
Why?
They said the NASDAQ, everybody else is going down as Dow is going up. Profits are going up only because they're firing people and they got government money, so,
A carbon protection racket.
Oh, yeah.
What in the
carbon
world?
trading is now resulting in basically, they're doing, you either pay us or we're going to tell people that you're polluting.
Oh my gosh.
I know, isn't that got one? Wonder how many people on the left are involved in that little joke.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
Okay, this one is a good one. After listening to Obama and the Fox people, at tar and feathering, which would be the first to get the tar and feathers, Obama or any Fox anchor?
Listen.